starting goaltenders for this one. They're brought to you by Adam Cutner. Laurent Brossoit came in relief on Wednesday and got the win, turning away 12 of 13 Dallas shots, looking for his first career win against the Flyers. At the other end of the ice, Carter Hart trying to end a personal 6-game losing streak, coming off giving up a season-high 7 goals on 50 shots, and the Flyers lost to Colorado on Monday.
Take a look at our keys of the game, brought to you by your Desert Ford dealers. For the Golden Knights, need to be mentally focused here against a team that has struggled but still very dangerous and need to defend hard and quick. They've been really good defending 5-on-5, outnumbering men in their own zone.
Golden Knights and Flyers underway at the Fortress as Travis Konechny will tip it in for Philadelphia. Brossoit swinging around the board. St. Laurent Brossoit riding a personal 4-game winning streak. Here's Keegan Colasar. We mentioned no Chandler Stevenson out due to personal reasons tonight, missing his first game of the season. So Keegan Colasar will jump up between Mark Stone and Max Pacioretty. And now Justin Braun will send it up the glass, and it bounces to Zach Whitecloud and now Braden McNabb. Ben Hutton drawing back into the Vegas lineup tonight as well. A long wrist shot from Mark Stone turned out of play by Carter Hart. So an early whistle, and Adam Brooks gets back in as well with no Chandler Stevenson in the lineup.
Well, there's a look at Mark Stone. Only 1 goal in the season in the last game. A couple of big goals for the Golden Knights to help lead them back in that big comeback win. And mentioned Chandler Stevenson out. Keegan Colasar getting a great opportunity playing on that top line between Stone and Pacioretty. Both guys carrying a 6-game point streak into this one.
Mark Stone was quick to point out after the game the other night it was his first goal on a goalie since the overtime winner in Game 5 against Colorado last spring. Of course, he had an empty netter. It was his first of the season earlier this year, but season high 3-point night for the captain on Wednesday. Here's William Karlsson, his 3rd game back tonight. Wrist shot got blocked. Rasmus Ristolainen was in the shooting lane. And Haig on it now for Alex Pietrangelo, up ahead of Riley Smith. Pass across for Jonathan Marchessault. And we'll sweep it down the middle. It got picked off, and James Van Riemsdyk lost it. James Van Riemsdyk stuck on 2 goals this season, and none in his last 11 games. Karlsson along the wing, and Riemsdyk gets it back. So the Flyers started this season at a good start. They were 8-4-2 through their first 14 games. They have not won since. They've dropped 10 in a row, 0-8-2 in that stretch. There's Kevin Hayes. He'll throw it all the way down onto Laurent Brossoit. Jay Theodore with an outlet pass. Matthias Janmark chasing it down. And taking it behind the net with Keith Yandel behind him. And now Theodore on the wing riding a 4-game point streak. Filters it down to Nick Waugh. Evgeny Dadonov with a little bit of space trying to center it. They got blocked. Now big drive from Hutton. He rips it up over the net. And it ricochets around the glass and all the way back down the ice.
I think it's important here for the Golden Knights. A good start against a team that you don't want them to gain any confidence. It can be fragile if you get an early lead.
Golden Knights 3 wins in a row, looking for their first 4-game winning streak this season. And the blowout win in Arizona, then a real tight victory against Calgary. And the comfort behind win against Dallas. Will Carrier cut off along the wall. Flyers looking to move it out. Going to be a penalty here. Brooks got the hook in. So a delayed call. He got the stick in on Lindblom. And now play is stopped. So Adam Brooks back in the lineup. Been a healthy scratch in 3 of the last 4, and he'll go to the box.
Oh, not the first shift he was looking for. Gets the stick up in the hand. So an early power play for the Flyers. And it's a hook and call. Oh, Lindblom just turning, and there's the stick right in the hands. Lindblom may have grabbed hold of that as well. Brooks may have had an argument for holding the stick. That said, the Golden Knights looking for their penalty kill to be better. It was perfect the previous 4 games until Dallas, and then 0 for 3.
Yeah, season high 3 power play goals allowed. The power play's over for Philly just like that. Zach Whitecloud a little slow to get up. He got tripped up in the corner. And it's going to be Van Riemsdyk going off of the Flyers. So the Philly power play lasted 4 seconds.
Penalty number 25, 2 minutes, tripping.
Well, so right off the first face-off of the power play, Whitecloud on the far wall going in. You can see there's the trip, takes the feet from right under Whitecloud. And he got that stick under his left skate. Whitecloud felt awkwardly slow to get up, and seems all right on the bench as they'll go to 4-on-4.
He kind of hit the deck hard on that his left side. That'll count as an unsuccessful power play for the Flyers. Lasted 4 seconds and back to 4-on-4 now. As the puck goes all the way back into the Philadelphia end. Justin Braun, Max Pacioretty trying to chase him down. Max with goals in 4 straight, equaling the second longest goal scoring streak of his career. Of course, had the big game winner the other night late. He and Mark Stone clicking for 2 goals in 67 seconds in the third period against the Stars. Petrangelo will dish it back for Shea Theodore. These teams have met 6 times. They've alternated winning all 6 games, so they have not met since January the 2nd of 2020. Shea Theodore deep in his own territory. He'll fire it up the middle of the ice, tipped into the Flyer zone. Carter Hart will play it. And now here is Rasmus Ristolainen, part of the revamped Flyer blue line of the offseason. Philadelphia had a terrible time last year defensively, allowed the most goals in the league. Up ice, Travis Sanheim walking in, pulls up, trying to find a little space, but first it was Smith and then Haig that broke him up. And the puck back to the blue line for Ristolainen, up ahead now to Cam Atkinson. He'll gain the Vegas end. Sanheim to Atkinson, shot on a save, Brosois. And the Golden Knights break the other way. Smith has Haig joining him on the rush into the Flyer zone. Smith looking down the Haig, a tip, save Hart, rebound, and that got blocked in front as Smith had the second chance. Now Smith looking, tried to thread the needle, but that got blocked. And the Flyers will push it out. Scott Lawton, he'll drop it back into his own end, and Carter Hart will play it.
Well, 2 big saves by Hart. First one off Haig, and then the rebound on Smith.
Back to center ice comes Hayes. He'll pull up, drops it off. Wrist shot from Braun. Save Brosois. That caught him up high in the coconut. And a rebound score. Kevin Hayes spinning on the backhand, puts it in. His second of the year, and the Flyers on the board first.
Oh, big lift for the Flyers. There's 1 second remaining before the Golden Knights are going on a brief power play. The shot gets deflected, comes off to the side, and Hayes just gets it to the net. Brosois lays out. He has the paddle down, but this puck's just going to find its way under the stick of Brosois and into the back of the net as Kevin Hayes gives the Flyers the 1-0 lead.
Now Kevin Hayes breaks the ice for Philadelphia. Of course, a horrible tragedy in the offseason, losing his older brother Jimmy. And on the ice, Kevin Hayes kind of had tough starts of the year. In his first 12 games into abdominal surgery, re-aggravated that, missed another half dozen. But he has the first Flyers goal of the game. It's a Philadelphia team. Shane's been outscored 47-18 during this 10-game losing streak, but they have the first goal of this game. Game come in a 4-on-4 situation, so now the penalty's up to Brooks. And the penalty's up to Van Riemsdyk too, so we get back to 5-on-5. Hutton will gain the line, throws it out in front. The Donoff shot got turned away by Hart. And the Flyers on the move. Up ice, Lindblom with a wrist shot and a glove save, Brosois. Laurent Brosois flashing the leather as the Flyers broke up ice.
Now when you're in a slump, you look for good goaltending. And Carter Hart had a couple of huge saves right before they came back for that goal. Here's the rush. Smith, the Haig, the initial save, and then the rebound. This is a little help in front as Hart didn't make the save as Ristolainen, who's in good position as Riley Smith set that puck towards the open net. And Ristolainen able to defend it away.
Well, off this face-off, Golden Knights control it. Petrangelo shovels it out. Mark Stone feeds into the middle, but he turned it over to Travis Konechny. Stone strips him of the puck. Outlet pass on the money to Max Pacioretty, but he lost it. Now Haig for Keegan Colasar, knifing his way through, driving wide on Sanheim. Pacioretty feeds it back to Petrangelo, long wrist shot and a save. Hart. Haig from the left side throws it in behind the net. Pacioretty feeding it back to Petrangelo, but kind of lost it in his skates, and he'll dish it off for Keegan Colasar. The Golden Knights, of course, lead the NHL with those 4 multiple goal comeback wins, as VGK Ice it here. But when we talked to Steve Spott this morning, Shane, he said that's not a stat we want. It's great we're able to come back in games where they have talked about the need to not play from behind.
Well, I think that goes without saying. It's great to see a team that's resilient and has that ability to come back the way the Golden Knights have this season. But they're a team that wants to play with the lead. They want to get that good start. They want to be able to control the lineup and control their minutes. When you're chasing the game, it's a lot more taxing, on your high-end players.
Flyers dropped 10 in a row. Pete DeBoer said this morning that real dangerous game to play. They are due to win at some point, hoping it's not going to be against his team tonight. Flyers looking for any sort of hope to grab onto. The team record is a dozen in a row. That was back in the days of ties back in 1999. Flyers went 12 straight without a win. McNabb will feed it up the middle of the ice. Picked off the blue line by Braun. Up ahead now to Atkinson. He gains the zone, flips it to Hayes, and he'll tap it in a little further. Now McNabb jams it up the wing. Frost plays it back to the blue line for Sanheim. And now walking in, Frost across to Braun. His shot, and that's deflected off the side of the net. And Dadonov will turn it up ice for Vegas. To the red line. He'll gain the zone as he puts it in behind Provorov. And Hart off to Provorov, and here is Braun. A 1-0 lead for Philadelphia on a Kevin Hayes goal. Provorov plays it around the board. Played over 27 minutes in the Flyers' last game on Wednesday. The most he's played since the season opener. Out in front, Smith. His shot got blocked. Puck loose on the wing. Hayes tracks it down, trying to protect it. Feeds it to Braun, and now Provorov will start it out. Swings it up ice. And breaking in, Lawton with a wrist shot and a glove save by Brossoit. So he'll hold it. The Flyers get on the board first, though. 4:21 into the game. Kevin Hayes with his second of the season. As a look at Mike Yeo, his third game as the head coach of the Flyers. Took over for Alain Vigneault earlier in the week and looking for his first victory behind the Philly bench.
Oh, certainly a guy that has some experience as a head coach. Coached Minnesota and St. Louis. He's been in the league a long time. And, you know, it's tough when you have that coaching change. You're trying to change that whole culture, a little bit of a fresh start. And for him, you know, got to almost be that good guy in the room. The players are down on themselves. You got to try and lift spirits. And, you know, that'll be his biggest challenge here to try and get this team on track.
There's Couturier on the forecheck. He'll bank it back to the line. Wrist shot from Sanheim blocked in front. That hit Haig. Now Konecny jams it down for Lawton. Watched closely by Carlson. Pietrangelo feeds it away. It's picked up though by Couturier. Sean Couturier has not scored in his last 14. Drive on from Connaughton turned away by Brossoit. And up ice comes Nick Haig. He'll lead Vegas into the zone. Marchessault, his shot, and that went over the net. Oh, that's loose behind Carter Hart. They'll play on. Into the zone comes Keith Yandel trying to dance his way in. And now they'll blow the play dead once the Flyers lost possession of the puck. As you can see, the net's loose behind Carter Hart after Haig went crashing into it.
Oh, Haig he did a good job to avoid Carter Hart, the goaltender, but the big man right through the post. There's a good pass out to Marchessault. The shot by him, and you see Haig, and it jumps over the right pal to Hart, knocks the net off, but the Flyers get possession. That's why the whistle doesn't go. The Flyers have a rush the other way. They made a little bit of contact, but avoided major contact with the Flyers goaltender.
Off this draw, the Golden Knights control it. Michael Amadio winning it from Patrick Brown. Each of those players off the waiver wire to new teams this year. Of course, the Golden Knights lost Brown to Philadelphia. And Amadio came to Vegas off waivers from Toronto. McEwen trying to play it back to the line. Brooks there to intercept. A long wrist shot from the line from Sanheim sails over the net. And Brooks another waiver wire pickup by Vegas earlier this year as well. Amadio in deep. And now Hutton will move it for Theodore. Lifts it to center ice. And Sanheim plays it up the wall, taken away by Ben Hutton. Ben back in the lineup. Healthy scratch the last three. Dylan Coghlan, the odd man out tonight. Hutton had not played 3 in a row after he was in the lineup for an 8-game run. Claude Giroux banks it out. And the Flyer captain for the 10th straight year. The longest tenured captain in Flyers history. Bobby Clark was their captain for 9. Ron plays it up the wall. Stone intercepts. Now Morgan Frost over to play it. Cut off by Kolasar. Puck in the middle of the ice for Ristolainen. And now Claude Giroux to the red line. He'll fire it in. Brossoit angles it away to the corner. Whitecloud around to McNabb. And up ahead now to Pacioretty. Max Pacioretty with points in 6 straight since getting back into the lineup. But a whistle here will stop play with just about 9 minutes to go in the opening period.
Well, here's tonight's Discover matchup. Look at 2 players that lead their teams right now. Claude Giroux said Bit of a good start, but slowed down lately. Leads the team with 9 goals, 21 points. Drafted first round in 2006, and that's Pacioretty, who he's been red hot since returning to the lineup for the Golden Knights. Last 6 games, a point in each of those. 6-game point streak, 4-game goal streak. Drafted a year later in the first round by Montreal.
And there's 7 goals for Max in the 8 games he's played so far this year. Ivan Provorov from behind his own net. Flyers with a 1-0 lead. At center ice, James Van Riemsdyk will fire it in. Brossoit cutting it off. And now here's Haig. Lead pass into the middle for Nick Waugh. Chips it to center ice, taken away by Van Riemsdyk. Max Willman had a jump off his stick. And Haig with it now. Shots are 6-4 for the Flyers. Waugh runs it to the corner. Dadonov and Braun in pursuit. Neither played it. Janmark does. Haig thought about standing in to pick that up, but Van Riemsdyk was there. Now Willman into the Vegas end. His wrist shot and a glove save by Brossoit. Max Willman with the chance, but Brossoit got the glove on it.
All shot from the outside. Majority of the Flyers shots coming from wide, and that's an easy save for Brossoit. And he gets the glove hand on that. So Brossoit has won his last 4 games. He can continue that streak, 5-1 on the season, up to a .921 save percentage.
Yeah, the 4 straight wins for him. His second longest win streak of his career as Konechny tips it up over the net. Now the Flyers, with some players you'd expect to score on a regular basis, had a hard time filling the net lately. Konechny, no goals in 9. Couturier, none in 14. Van Riemsdyk, none in 11. As Hutton will send it in down the wing. Here's Hart to play it behind the net. Around for Konechny, a little touch pass for Couturier, up ahead of Lawton. Stripped to the puck by Theodore, and he put it into his own bench. A whistle with 9:53 to go in the first from Vegas tonight. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. Teams, how long? 709 days since they last met here at the Fortress. And the Golden Knights pulled out a 5-4 win in that game. It was a wild first period. The teams combined for 6 goals and a missed penalty shot in the first period alone. But the Golden Knights were on their way to a 5-4 win.
So without that highlight, would you remember?
No. I have no recollection. Do you?
It's crazy.
It seems like 100 years ago.
I have trouble 2 weeks ago.
Face off in the Vegas end. White Cloud up the boards for Brooks. He'll tip it to Will Carrier. Back to Brooks again, trying to settle a bouncing puck. Sanheim able to move it. Here is Cam Atkinson breaking in. Drops it back to Giroux. Now Ristolainen with a wrist shot. And that's deflected. Now to play for a whistle. Rasmus Ristolainen chase part of that that rebuilt blue line for the Flyers. And we mentioned Alain Vigneault was fired on Monday. There was a thought they might make a coaching change after last season. Instead, they changed a lot of the players coming into this season.
Oh, they certainly did. You talked about the blue line, how they changed things. They signed G.P. Handel, acquired Ristolainen, brought in Nick Seeler. Ryan Ellis was the big piece they brought in, acquired, of course, the Golden Knights part of that deal. And then you see Connaughton brought in on waivers. So a lot of different players on the back end for the Philadelphia Flyers this season. But Ryan Ellis is the biggest piece that they're missing.
He only played 4 games as Ryan Ellis. Terrific defenseman for a long time in the Nashville Predators. He's been out injured, lower body. Face off in the VGK zone. Colasar will take it against Brown. McNabb has it. He'll lift it out to center. Ristolainen looking to glove it down. He does, and he'll start it back the other way. Rasmus Ristolainen, wrist shot up over the net. Kicks around the glass for Colasar. Touch pass to Stone, and here's Pacioretty, but the pass didn't connect with him as Stone tried to feed him up ice. Now Colasar rotates it back to Whitecloud. Shot, save made by Hart. Rebound loose down low. McNabb a little backhand, and Hart was there to turn that away as well. And Zach McEwen will send it all the way down the ice as the Flyers ice the puck.
Well, first chance in a while for the Golden Knights. Pacioretty almost sent alone on that left side. This kind of just goes by his stick a little bit too far ahead, but good job on puck pursuit, puck recovery. And Colasar just kicks it to the point. Good shot by Whitecloud, who's looking at the Toyota instant replay, and McNabb came in that rebound, but it was blocked by Sanheim in front.
Golden Knights had a lot of their damage 5-on-5 the other night against Dallas. Outshot the Stars 40-19. 5-on-5. Down 1-0 in this game. Brown and Waugh on the draw. There's Pietrangelo cutting in, trying to feed it out in front towards Janmark. Popped in the air, and Hart got a blocker on it. And now back to center is Patrick Brown. So the former Golden Knight played more playoff games than he did regular season games in Vegas. He just got stapled to the backlash by Haig. Patrick Brown had a tough start for the Flyers. Was on the COVID list almost right away and reporting to Philadelphia. Missed some time, couple of weeks. Played a couple of games, broke his thumb, missed another 7. Here's Van Riemsdyk into the offensive zone, rolls up, plays it out high. Lindblom with a long wrist shot. Oh, check it, was Hayes. That got blocked in front. And Waugh, they're going to move it out. He got upended and a penalty here. Now Waugh tried to play that, and he got taken out along the boards. Van Riemsdyk to the box for the second time tonight.
Well, a guilty party once again is another player.
Philadelphia minor penalty, 25, hooking.
I'll say another Knights player off the infraction by Van Riemsdyk, goes down awkwardly as this is, takes out his legs from underneath him, and Nick Waugh goes down hard. No question on that call. And a chance early as Pietrangelo's shot goes off the stick of Ristolainen, and then good job by Hart maintaining focus, able to track the puck. So power play for Vegas.
Golden Knights on their first power play of the night. 0 for their last 14 on home ice. It's brought to you by Adam Kuttner. Shea Theodore let it rip, and Hart was able to turn it away. Vegas was 0 for 3 Wednesday against Dallas. Pacioretty, his shot, and that's deflected. Hart made the save, and then he'll scoop it up with a glove. Lost sight of it initially, but had it long enough to get a whistle.
Well, a couple good shots, one by Theodore, and then Pacioretty is so dangerous on that side. Quick release, good screen in front by Kolesar. That puck kind of was just laying there. Everybody lost sight of it for a second off the initial shot. Kind of hit Kolesar in front. Got caught in his jersey, I think, and then eventually dropped down.
Flyers have had their issues killing penalties as well. They've allowed 6 power play goals in their last 12 shorthanded situations. But Atkinson will clear. Brossoit setting it for Theodore. So he's joined by Dadonov, Stone, Kolesar, and Pacioretty. And here is Mark Stone, riding a 6-game point streak. Keegan Kolesar down the wing. Checked on the play. Bouncing puck. Brown battling for it. Kolesar gets it back. Here's Stone to Theodore. And around to Pacioretty. Pressured by Atkinson. Atkinson jams it up the boards. Theodore holds the line to keep it in. Now here's Stone walking in left side. His shot and a save hard off the left arm. Atkinson finds a little bit of daylight. And Provorov sends it all the way down the ice.
Oh, real good play by Theodore at the line to keep that puck in, and then a little backhand across to Stone, who was wide open.
45 seconds ago in the Vegas power play. They've got a fresh unit on the ice. Marchessault to Smith. And now it's Carlson. He's it back to Smith. Pietrangelo with the point. And Janmark keeps it moving. Marchessault holding. Played his 300th game as a Golden Knight Wednesday, the first VGK to get there. Smith looking to move it in front. Carlson settles it, dishing it off to Pietrangelo. Round it goes to Marchessault. His shot, and Hart fought that one off up high, and it's battled out of the zone by Sanheim.
Oh, nice save by Hart as Marchessault looking for that short side up high.
Jonathan Marchessault, 9 goals in his last 9 games. Team high 11 on the year. He'll go to the corner, but the power play over now. The Golden Knights have 3 shots on it. Van Riemsdyk out of the box for Philly, all wrapped up with McNabb. And now Ivan Provorov inside his own end. Off for Kevin Connaughton. And the veteran defenseman will start it out, making his Flyers debut tonight. Coming off the waiver wire from Florida on Tuesday. Whitecloud around for McNabb with some room. Funnels it up ahead of Carrier. Rink wide to Brooks, but it jumped off his stick. And the Flyers look to break the other way. Giroux trying to get to the loose puck. McNabb pokes it away to center. And Brooks will dish it back to McNabb. Now Whitecloud wires one in around the boards. Keith Yandler to play it. His 947th consecutive game tonight. He's 18 shy of breaking Doug Jarvis's all-time consecutive games played record. Giroux in the corner with Amadio. And the puck around the boards. Zach Whitecloud hustling to get there. Ahead of Cam Atkinson. And Amadio lifts it out. Now Sanheim will dish it off for Ristolainen. And through center ice, Lawton. His pass hit Kolasar. Pinballs around to Stone. They'll break into the zone with Pacioretty and Kolasar. Pacioretty shot blocked to the corner. Couturier got a piece of it. Trying to work it out behind the Flyer net. No possession yet. Kolasar bats it to the corner. Theodore pinching in to keep it in. Now here is Pacioretty trying to get a shot away, all tied up out high. Good work by Lawton, and allowing Pacioretty to fire that puck. And Sanheim will start it out for Philly. Maneuvering his way to center. 4-on-2. They can hurry. Here's Konechny on the right side. Feeds it back across, and it was put right through the crease by Lawton. The Flyers have the odd man rush. Now Theodore up ahead of Pacioretty. Shots are 9-8 for the Golden Knights. Flyers haven't landed a shot on goal in over 5 minutes, but have the only goal so far tonight. Trying to stick handle his way in. A little backhand from Hayes. A good chance, but Rozois with the glove took care of it. Flyers here in the opening period at the Fortress tonight. We'll take a look at a reliable coverage. It's brought to you by CarShield. Even strength scoring. And the Golden Knights, since the beginning of November, up among the best teams in the league, including all 5 of the goals they got the other night, Shane, against Dallas came at even strength as well.
I think it's something that's been stressed by the coaching staff is the details of their 5-on-5 play, and it's just gotten better since they've been able to have that trickle of, you know, the regular players back in the lineups and their key players back in the lineup. You can see top of that list how important it is, the Minnesota Wild, who right now the best team in the NHL.
They'll be here Sunday to wrap up the homestand. The Golden Knights entering this game on the other end of it had only allowed 3 even strength goals in their last 3 games total. Winning all 3. Whitecloud back inside his own end. He'll shovel it up ahead to Donoff. Tips it in. Flyers have won 2 of their 3 all-time visits to Vegas, but lost the last one. It's had in early January of 2020. Here's Willman. Max Willman will throw it in. Played his college hockey at Brown University in the great state of Rhode Island. And then got injured. Played 3 years for the Bears. Got injured early in his senior year. Missed the rest of the season. Had 1 more year of eligibility and went to Boston University. Did some graduate work. Why not? Here's McEwen up ice. He'll pull up and feed it out in front, taken away by Marchessault. He'll start it out. Here's Pietrangelo. Offside on Vegas. 3:11 to go in the first. 1-0 Philly. And now this from Knockby Injury Law.
Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knockby at 702-INJURED.
Oh, look at Alex Pietrangelo. Had a great game against Dallas. Picked up a couple of assists. Also a little bit of a key play. Tyler Seguin could have made it 5-2. Pietrangelo kind of got his stick in there, and Seguin missed the open net. Golden Knights, Amadio scored right after that, and that helped lead to that comeback to win that game.
Yeah, if Seguin buries that, that's pretty much game, set, match. But Pietrangelo got a little nick on it. Just enough. Has the puck on a stick right now. Feeds it up ahead of Keegan Kolasar with Pacioretty and Stone. Pacioretty now to Stone. Lost it. And Couturier the other way. Wrapped up with Stone and near the benches. He'll steer it back. Connaughton trying to find it with Pacioretty bearing down on him. Good work to find himself a little room to maneuver and lob it in high and deep. An icing, though, didn't gain the red line. So an icing on Philadelphia. Here's that play, Shane, from Wednesday night.
Well, Alex Pietrangelo gets his stick there, singing. You can see shaking his head. And right after that, Michael Amadio, second goal in 3 games for the Golden Knights. Got the momentum, then the captain tied it up. It led to this. Max Pacioretty from the goal line finds a little room between the pads of Holtby. That's the game-winning goal. Big emotional win, character win for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Alex Pietrangelo, terrific all year. Last 16 games, picked up 15 points. Yeah, the big guys got it done, and that comes from behind win against Dallas. Was not looking particularly promising at 4-2. That's the first time ever the Golden Knights have rallied twice from 2 down in the same game to win. Here's Waugh. Now Frost will take it away. And Shea Theodore, he neutralized across to Ben Hutton. He'll fire it in deep. Carter Hart cutting it off. At 23 years old, Carter Hart, his 4th year in the league. Ristolainen lifts it out. Giroux fields it in the neutral zone. Couldn't gain the blue line though, and he'll regroup. 33-year-old and be an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. Spent his entire 14-year career on Broad Street. Willman squeezed off by Carrier. And now Amadio to dish it off for Theodore. Minute 50 to go in the first as Hutton fires it in. Carrier on the wall. Amadio behind the net. McNabb plays it across to Zach Whitecloud. His shot blocked to the corner. McNabb feeds it in front. That's steered away. Whitecloud shovels it around the wall. McNabb keeps it in. He'll feed it on net, and Hart with the glove. He'll hold on for his 9th save of the opening period.
Well, good plays by McNabb. Just get the puck to the net, especially this line with Amadio, Brooks, Carrier. They're going to go to the front. They're going to try create a little bit of a screen, look for that rebound. And Braden McNabb, one of those players, has been really important. Zach Whitecloud talked about playing with him this morning. He says he's so consistent in his game, such a good communicator on the ice, and a great D partner to have. Has kind of seen the move around the partners a little bit outside of Pietrangelo and Haig, who have been together.
And the puck a tip, so no icing here. And Lee DeBoer's asked about Nick Haig yesterday. Says feels he has a real high ceiling, still growing as a player, and he'd be insulated a bit with playing with Alex Pietrangelo. Icing on the Golden Knights. Of course, Vegas still without Alec Martinez, and Pete DeBoer said it's been slow progress. Unfortunately, for Martinez, took that skate in the face, missing his 12th straight tonight, and of course, still no Nolan Patrick. It's 22 in a row for him now.
Well, you hope to get back. Kind of Alec Martinez, we haven't talked about him a lot, but arguably their best all-around defenseman last season. And he's missed a big chunk of this year. Hopefully he can get to full recovery and back to the lineup as soon as he's ready.
Jonathan Marchessault dancing in, drops it back to Haig. Wrist shot on the blocker save by Hart. Now Haig looking, he'll throw it wide. Pietrangelo keeps it in the final minute of the opening period. Riley Smith off to Marchessault, center and score! William Karlsson, his 3rd game back tonight, picks up his 2nd goal of the season to tie it.
Well, Jonathan Marchessault talked about how rare it is to play with the same guys for 5 years, but what does it build chemistry? Watch this passing play. Pietrangelo behind the net to Smith. It is tic-tac-toe to Marchessault Karlsson, and that is a tap in. What a pass by Jonathan Marchessault. Great little play. Starts with Smith, Marchessault Karlsson. Beautiful executed play. What a goal for Vegas to tie it here late in the first.
On the 9th time this season, the Golden Knights have scored in the final minute of a period. William Karlsson, his 2nd goal. His other one came in the 3rd game of the year against the St. Louis Blues. Of course, he missed 5 weeks with a broken foot. And the Misfits click to tie it late in the opening period. Puck bouncing towards Brossois. Couldn't cover it. McNabb will dish it off to Stone. Back to McNabb, and here's Colasar. 15 seconds left. Pacioretty broken up along the left side, and the puck to neutral ice. Claude Giroux had a trickle away from him. And Mark Stone takes a peek up at the clock. He's going to be content to kill the time as he'll bounce one down on Hart. And that'll do it for the opening period of play. The Golden Knights on the late tying goal from William Karlsson are all even after 1.
Well, that's a big goal for Vegas to take into this first intermission, and for the Flyers, they are able to get that lead, kind of hang around, but lots of hockey left in the second one.
Going on year 5 for the Misfits together. Jonathan Marchessault was saying the other day, he's just shocked that they've been able to stay together and play together so long. Second period underway. Golden Knights and Flyers in a 1-1 tie. The Flyers have had a lot of trouble in the second period this year. They've been outscored 33-15. Golden Knights had 22 shots on net in the second period Wednesday, the most they've had on net in any period this year. on their way to a season high 45 for the game against Dallas. Carrier deflecting it in. Up front with Amadio in the end mark right now. Amadio behind the net, trying to feed it out in front. And the puck cleared back to neutral ice. Michael Amadio went 72 games without a goal. Now has scored twice in his last 3.
Well, maybe his biggest as a goal tonight was last game. Got them rolling right after Sagan missed that chance we showed.
Hagel reset in the neutral zone. Mentioned the 45 shots for Vegas 2 nights ago. Career high 7 came from Nick Hague. Next patch ready, a little shaken up. Just took that puck off the leg a moment ago. He'll stay out there. Charging deep into the corner now. Takes it in behind the net. He'll drop it back a little further. Giroux trying to jam it around the net. Picked off by Stone. Giroux gets it back. He'll feed it off to Frost. Pietrangelo bearing down on him. Here's Stone. Back to Hague. Head shot deflected out of play. Cam Atkinson down to a knee to get his stick into the shooting lane on Nick Hague.
A little chance earlier. Good pressure by the fourth line of Vegas. And Amadio trying to jam that from behind the net in front. Carrier was crashing towards the front. Boy, look, maybe trying to centering feed for Carrier. A lot of Flyers that collapse down in front. To look at Michael Amadio.
You see Max Pacioretty that took that puck on that last shift and was missed significant time with a broken foot earlier this year, and trying to shake this off on the Vegas bench right now. Theodore back to Devitt, ahead of McEwen, plays it around for Ben Hutton. Lead pass too far ahead of Theodore, kicks down the Hart, so therefore no icing. He turned it over, Smith centered it, and a save made by Hart on Marchessault. After Hart got himself in a little bit of hot water.
Oh, he's trying to play this puck, and it's a good read by Riley Smith, who keeps the pressure on. And a great quick little feed to Marchessault. So that puck, that's not as easy as Marchessault made it look. That's kind of right in the middle, kind of handcuffs him, but still able to get a stick on it and push it towards the goal. Not much of a shot, but still Marchessault gets the shot on net. Hart makes the stop.
A face-off of the Philadelphia end. Sanheim swings it around the boards. Tipped to center ice by Claude Giroux. Nick Waugh right back in for Vegas. Broken up as he tried to move it to Adam Brooks, and Kevin Hayes will chip it out. It rolls on edge all the way down to Brossois. He'll play it. Hutton able to bank it around for Waugh. Hayes keeps it in, and he'll filter it behind the Vegas net. Hutton takes it away under a little heat from McEwen. The Golden Knights push to center. Brooks with a rink-wide feed, too far ahead of Theodore. And back come the Flyers. Willman down the wall with Van Riemsdyk. Brooks bearing down on Willman behind the net. And Adam Brooks will pry it out of the pile and start it back the other way for Vegas. To the red line. They'll scale it in. Hart gloves it aside. And Keith Yandle back on it. Keith Yandle hasn't missed a game since March of 2009. Coming over to the Flyers. A free agent of the offseason. The final couple of years of his contract with the Florida Panthers bought out. Carrier into the corner against Yandle. Shovels it back to Whitecloud. He'll send it in a little further. Carrier behind the net, trying to jam it out in front. Hart seals off that short side post, and then Riemsdyk moves it up to Lindblom. Lindblom stick handles his way in, and he'll backhand it in deep. Picked up his first goal of the season Monday against Colorado. Oscar Lindblom, who was back in the bubble a couple of years ago and missed 9 months of bone cancer. Lindblom backhands it in front, little backhander on, and a save made by Brossois. Good chance for Lindblom right in front, set up by Lawton. Now Lawton stripped to the puck. The Golden Knights look to break. Janmark for Amadio. 3-on-3 they come. Filters it down to Janmark. Travis Konechny back on it for Philadelphia. And he will idle behind his own net. Flushed out by Pacioretty. Now Justin Braun. He'll bank it in down the left side. Haig to get it. Up ahead of Keegan Kolesar. Lead pass. All of Pacioretty, and he missed it. Went off the post. He tried to go upstairs on Hart as he got sprung in all alone.
Oh, what a great play by Kolesar. Bad change by the Flyers. Left Pacioretty all alone.
Now Pacioretty busting it again down the wing, trying to fight his way to the net, and a save Hart. As Pacioretty Busted in on Ristolainen. Another chance for Pacioretty blocked. Pietrangelo feeds it off to Kolasar. This pass intercepted by Frost. And the Flyers push it up ice. Frost into the zone with Atkinson. Well, the pass didn't connect out high, and Pacioretty and Ristolainen in a foot race. Ristolainen trying to pull free from Pacioretty. He'll clear it. And then went down in neutral ice. Shea Theodore. Lead pass to Jonathan Marchessault. His wrist shot, and Hart get a piece of that. Smith on the wing for Carlson. Hayes reaches in to take it away from him. Marchessault gets it back. Now Hayes will start the Flyers out. Lead pass on the money to Van Riemsdyk. Little drop pass to Hayes. Into the Vegas end. Hayes has the Flyer goal tonight. Feeds it down low and just out of the reach of Van Riemsdyk. Connaughton jams it down a little further. Battle for it below the goal line. Riley Smith comes away with it. Here is Shea Theodore. The Golden Knights on the move. Marchessault runs it in. Taken away though by Yandel. Back into the zone. Comes McEwen to Willman. His shot missed. And behind the net, Brown centered it. Loose puck. Score! And it's Max Willman with his first NHL goal in his 9th game in the league to give the Flyers the lead.
Looking for somebody new to pick it up, and that's exactly what they find. Willman's first NHL goal. Some pressure in front. It's a little curl and drag, and just a bank play. Willman off to the side. He started the chance, and that kind of a lucky bounce goes right to his stick off to the left of Brossoit. He goes upstairs to give the Flyers the 2-1 lead.
Well, Max Willman, a native of Barnstable, Massachusetts, with the goal, his first in the NHL, and the Flyers with their second lead of the game. Not long after, Max Pacioretty caught the iron to the other end on a clean breakaway. Here's Waugh. They'll shovel it down to Brooks behind the net. Brooks charging to the corner. Plays it out to Whitecloud. He'll rotate it right back around the boards for Braden McNabb. He got knocked down by McEwen. And the puck back to neutral ice. And the Flyers on the move. Giroux leads the charge. He'll back in on the slot. Batted away though by Waugh. Up ice comes to Donov. Tried to play it indirect down the boards to McNabb. McEwen intercepts. Whitecloud up the glass. Batted down with a high stick by Lindblom. And that'll stop play. So 13:25 to go in the second at T-Mobile Arena tonight. The Flyers have their second lead of the game at 2-1. Conversation with assistant athletic trainer Mike Muir on the bench here last couple of times on the bench. Here's what happened to him.
Yeah, Provorov well behind the red line. Looked like he was trying to dump the puck and went off Pacioretty, but after that, he had that clean break, put it off the post. Great chance there, and right after that, driving hard to the net, trying to chip it over the shoulder, a little one-handed play, and Hart makes the save. So still made a couple of good plays after taking that Provorov shot off the leg.
It was just a dump-in attempt from Provorov, but he ripped it right into Pacioretty. 2-1 lead for the Flyers in the second. Amadio Janmark and Carrier up front right now for Vegas. But Travis Konechny on the move for Philadelphia, along with Scott Lawton. Lawton lost it to Pietrangelo. Now Haig. And Janmark shovels it in, moving right to Sanheim.
So Peterborough, little adjustment here for the second period. Janmark playing with Amadio and Carey. Brooks moves with Jadonov and Waugh.
Pacioretty feeding it to Amadio, and Hart turned that chance away. Up ice, here's Konechny, and he couldn't handle the pass. He would have had a clean breakaway. Lawton feeds it in around the net. Mark Stone picks it up. Here's Alex Pietrangelo to the red line. Snaps it down the dasher. Braun had to jump over his stick. Kolasar backhands it around to Pacioretty. And make his way in around the Flyer net. Little turnaround wrist shot, save Hart. Kolasar to Theodore. A one-timer and a save made by Hart. Good pass by Hutton to Theodore. Put it on a tee for Theodore, but Hart shut it down.
Look at a little play for the Golden Knights earlier, though. Konechny almost in all alone. The Golden Knights got to get trapped That puck just bounces over the stick. You can see how wide open Konechny is. He just missed the chance for that breakaway. Golden Knights able to avoid a little danger on that play.
Flyers control this face-off. Puck tipped down ice by Van Riemsdyk. And an icing on Philadelphia. So the Flyers trying to end this 10-game losing streak tonight. They have not made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons over the last decade. They missed it last year, and after an encouraging start to this season, it's been downhill ever since. Looking for their first victory since the middle of November tonight.
Well, you can see Mike Yeo talking to Konechny there, and those are the type of plays when a team doesn't have confidence. You got to try and raise it any way you can as a coach, and that's maybe the biggest challenge for Mike Yeo right now.
Puck in the Vegas end for Keegan Colasar. And he'll bank it around for Shea Theodore. These teams will meet again in March in Philly. Provorov inside his own end. To Justin Braun, up ahead to Hayes, and he'll tip it in. Shots are 18-13 for the Golden Knights. Down by 1. Stone zips it cross ice. Pacioretty had a jump over his stick. Now Yandel able to get body position on Stone. Carlson tips it to Stone. Pass across to Zach Whitecloud. Shoveling around behind the net. Carlson. Pass to Marchessault, got batted away. Atkinson the other way as Giroux got wrapped up with Smith. Puck to the corner for Morgan Frost. Off to Giroux. His pass picked off by Whitecloud. Whitecloud dives to push it out. Marchessault has Carlson with him on the rush. Marchessault rolls up. Feeds it off to Carlson, who has the Vegas goal. Marchessault again. Takes it around to the near side boards. And he'll throw it down further towards Smith, but Yandel moves it up ahead. And now Atkinson, in his first season with the Flyers after a decade in Columbus, sends it in from long range. Marchessault right back up ice with Waugh. And Smith. Pass to Smith, intercepted by Zach McEwen. And up ice comes Oscar Lindblom into the Vegas zone. He'll feed it off to his right. A wrist shot on it. A save made by Brosois. Pretty good chance for Justin Braun jumping into the rush. And a high stick of the puck stops play nearly halfway through the game in Vegas tonight. Well, we mentioned the struggles for the Flyers. Led to a coaching change on Monday. Mike Yeo moving down the bench from assistant to head coach, but that's the damage that's been inflicted over the last 10 games, and say they have had trouble consistently. They haven't been a deep playoff run since going into the Stanley Cup final in 2010.
Well, it's never a good recipe when you have trouble scoring and you have trouble keeping the puck out of your net. As you saw, it scored 47-18 through those 10 games.
Now, I always wonder, Shane, about going from an assistant with a team to a head coach for a team. Is that a difficult assignment and a much different role moving down the bench like Mike Yeo is trying to do?
Well, I think it's just a fresh start any way you look at it. They're looking for a different voice there to hopefully maybe build things up, a couple of changes, and see if it can work for the team. And
Provorov shot. It got deflected into the middle, and Riemsdyk put it on net, but Brosois was able to glove it. So he'll hold. The Golden Knights down by 1. Jonathan Marchessault mic'd up tonight. Maybe in a couple of different languages before the evening is out. Set up first goal, the only goal for Vegas, William Karlsson in the first period. 2-1 lead for the Flyers here in the second. Sanheim's wrist shot caught Theodore up high. Now it's sent back on net by Van Riemsdyk, and the rebound chipped wide by Hayes. Now William Karlsson told Ashley in first intermission visit with him that at battle level for the Golden Knights, he'd like to see that pick up a bit as this game goes on. They have not had the lead yet. Theodore with a wrist shot on a save Hart. And now Dadonov will swing it around the wall. Willman has the go-ahead goal for the Flyers, his first in the NHL, ices it. And a face-off back in the Philadelphia end of the rink.
Well, I think that's an area that, Pete DeBoer's probably talked about with this team. Said, easy for them to do it against Calgary, easy to do against Dallas. So these teams coming in, Dallas coming in red hot, they'd won 7 in a row, but now you see a team come in and human nature, and it's a dangerous trap game. And the Golden Knights need to find a way to get that level up to where it was against the other previous 2 teams in which they won.
Well, Pete DeBoer and Steve Spott said this morning the Flyers are better than their record. Trying to end this 10-game losing streak. That if you don't bring the proper amount of respect for your opponent, you can lose. Down by 1 with under 9 to go in the second. And the Golden Knights have started the season at home 1-3. They've gone 8-2 in the last 10 at the Fortress, including 2 for 2 so far on this homestand. Thatcher and down low, puck loose. Stone able to play it to the wall. It was after Petrangelo's pass was in the skates of Kolasar. Now Couturier protects the puck. Feeds it back out top. Braun a long drive. Blocked in front by Haig. Konechny on the loose puck. And a diving poke by Haig to knock it off his stick. Kolasar up ice. Lost it in the neutral zone to Braun. And Provorov now. Braun with a lead pass to Lawton. Tried to play it in. Now he'll reload. Couturier lost to the Stone. The Golden Knights on the move across to Amadio. Deflects off his skate to the corner. Rolls back out top. Stone along the wing. McNabb along wrist shot. Sails wide to the corner. Amadio rifles it around the boards. Janmark pinching in. Carrier now. White Cloud, a little bit of space. Heads drive and a save. Hart. Amadio filters it down a little bit further to Carrier. Now Janmark squeezed off in deep, and Amadio plays it to McNabb. His shot that hit Carrier up high. He was in a battle for body position with Braun. Carrier, he's fine, but then I got the visor on.
Thank goodness. You see, point of the visor. That's where that shot caught him earlier. A little pressure from the Flyers. Block shot in front by Haig, and then a good second effort by Nick Haig. That long reach, able to dive as Konechny was trying to get that rebound chance on goal. And 6'6" Nick Haig, and however long that stick is, able to reach out and knock it away.
Face off just outside the Flyer line. And Keith Yandel in his 15th season shovels it up ahead. Claude Giroux backhands it in. Theodore to give chase ahead of Cam Atkinson. Atkinson came over from the Columbus Blue Jackets in the offseason. That 1-for-1 deal that sent Jake Voracek back to Columbus, where he had started his career. Carlson dashing in, and his shot turned away by Hart. He'll hold it. William Karlsson looking for his second of the night.
Oh, good breakout, quick passing. Theodore up to Marcia, so you can see Karlsson kind of goes wide. Good feed by Marcia, so Karlsson never got the shot, but right into the crest of Carter Hart. A little bit of that outside left lane. See how far Hart is to challenge it. Goaltender's right out on top of that blue paint.
William Karlsson has said he's felt better than he thought he would. Missed the 15 games with a broken foot. As the only Vegas goal tonight. I guess a lot of times, Shane, you miss a lot of time. You play the first few games on adrenaline, then you kind of settle in. But back with his usual mates up front. Off this draw, Smith trying to shoot it on goal. That got blocked. And off ice comes Lindblom. They'll feed it in. Theodore bats it down. Riley Smith on a bouncing puck. Off now to Jonathan Marchessault. In the neutral zone is Patrick Brown for the Flyers. Off to McEwen. Lindblom behind the net. Now Brown. Gonna feed it back up the wall. And ends up with the stick of Shea Theodore. Now Pietrangelo softly shovels it in.
I think Karlsson stepped on the puck there and did a little spin play.
McNabb inside his own end. Backhands it off the glove of Waugh. Sanheim runs it down the boards. Taken away by White Cloud. His pass got blocked. And Riemsdyk the other way. Throws it in. Rozois to White Cloud with some open ice. Up ahead of Dodonov. He'll race into the corner along with Connaughton. They collide. Brooks jams it back up the left side for McNabb. He'll rotate it down. Hayes trying to golf it out. Held in by White Cloud momentarily. Now to center ice. McNabb with a hit in the neutral zone. And I got players all coming together along the near side. It was initially McNabb on Van Riemsdyk.
That was the initial play. As McNabb plays the body as Van Riemsdyk gets that puck, then look at it. Lotnick comes in afterwards. There's the initial hit, not much. A little bump shoulder on kind of the left shoulder. It's Willman that actually comes into the play afterwards.
Compared to some of the hits we've seen Braden McNabb lay out, that was not one of the more thunderous ones. Willman just kind of jumped in, and he's going to the box.
I think that's going to be the call. We'll wait and see.
So under 6 to go in the second, it appears Vegas to the power play.
Feisty, but still here to spread some holiday cheer as the 21 days of giving continue. One to circle, the night of giving at Enchant this Monday, December 13th. You see there tons of Christmas lights, Santa Claus, holiday drinks, all you can imagine, plus a little VGK flavor there, and most importantly, all proceeds that night will go to the Vegas Golden Knights Foundation. So round up the family, throw on your sweaters, and enjoy some holiday cheer, guys.
Thanks, Asha. That looks awesome. Wish we could go. We're not going to be here. It's Monday, right?
Yeah, on the road.
Way to Boston.
4 games in 6 nights,
Yeah.
so tough road trip coming up for the Golden Knights, but a couple of games here. This one first, then Minnesota on Sunday, and now, right now though, a power play chance to try and get back even with the Flyers.
Third power play of the game. Smith let it rip and a save. Hart. And the rebound played out of danger by Provorov all the way down the ice.
Great little play as Smith finds that little open area right at the top of the circle for a quick one-timer.
5:35 to go in the second. Golden Knights down 2-1. Smith gains the line to Carlson, and here is Marchessault. Brown on the second effort lifts it down the ice. Alex Pietrangelo winding it up. Makes his way to the red line. Dishing it off to William Karlsson. His pass, though, picked off. Couturier with some skating room. He'll gain the Vegas line, pull up. The trailers, Travis Sanheim, his shot, and a save, Rozois. Pretty good look short-handed for Travis Sanheim. Back the other way comes Karlsson. He'll feed it off along the wing, but loose puck to Lawton. He'll backhand it all the way down the ice.
Well, good play by Couturier. Notice Provorov jumped into the play. The Golden Knights had 2 forwards back defending, and Flyers trying to take advantage of it.
Into the zone comes Shea Theodore. Lost it. Provorov and Brown were both there. Kolasar trying to keep it alive on Braun. Along the wing, Brown, though, chipped it away from him. And good work by Brown to get it out. Atkinson looking to break short-handed. His shot ripped it up over the net. Golden Knights now with 25 seconds of power play time left. Kolasar lost it, but he'll dish it back. Evgeny Dadonov, a little burst of speed, dishing it off. Stone to Max Pacioretty. Pulls up along the wing. He's trying to zip it across the seam, but gave it away to Couturier, and he'll easily backhand it out. And the Bluebirds out at the Fortress.
Yeah, I like the power play. Just right now, trying to force everything.
Power play's over now. Dadonov with a wrist shot missed the net. Stone on the wing, feeds it across McNabb. Open, his shot blocked. The block by Connaughton. Now McNabb has it again. He fires, and that's deflected up high and out of play with 3:34 to go in the period.
Well, maybe the best chance the other way for the Flyers. Here's a play Couturier as he finds Provorov jumping up. Little shot in front. Good job by Brossoit. He kind of juggles it, but then pushes it forward as Sanheim let the shot go. It is Sanheim, not Provorov, that jumped up. But anyways, a good play by Brossoit. Moves that puck forward, trying to catch the Flyers in transition. But really not much for Vegas on that power play.
Yeah, Pete DeBoer said after the Dallas game the other night, he thought both the power play and the penalty kill sucked the momentum away from his team. Of course, he gave up the 3 power play goals to Dallas. As the net comes off the pegs behind Carter Hart. So a whistle, and now this from Knock the Injury Law.
Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knock Fee at 702-INJURED.
2-1 lead for the Flyers here. The faceoff moved outside the Philly end. It's hard to believe, Shane. So the Flyers, 2 times previous in their history, they've gone 10 straight with losses, right? 2 10-game losing streaks. They made the playoffs both of those years. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
It's going to be a challenge to do it again this year. They've lost a lot of ground. They're 9 points out in the East coming into tonight. Carrier trying to feed it across to Janmark, but that got broken up. Willman took a heavy hit along the wall from Carrier. Here's Janmark driving in. Janmark to the net. And Hart going to stick on it. Looked like Janmark may have got hooked on the way in. And Yandel was chasing him down. Janmark will play it back to Haig on top and around the horn of White Cloud for the one-timer. And that's tipped off the outside of the net by Amadio. Amadio and Yandel behind the Philadelphia cage. Haig keeps it alive. Now White Cloud tried a little redirect pass to Marchessault, but it got picked off by Konechny, and he'll filter it in as the Flyers get over the boards on a change.
A couple of good chances, good speed by Janmark, but he didn't get much away for a shot.
Smith to Marchessault driving wide. Shovels it around the boards. Pietrangelo kicks it to the corner. Ristolainen had kind of a little backwards hit on Pietrangelo, stuck his rear end into him. Flyers looking to break. Giroux. He'll roll back, lead pass up ahead to Atkinson, broken up inside the Vegas line. Theodore to Marchessault, up ahead to Riley Smith. Ristolainen closing in on him. Rasmus Ristolainen, who spent 8 years in Buffalo before coming over to the Flyers in an off-season deal. Carlson behind the net. Out in front to Smith, went off his skate. Sanheim couldn't clear it. Theodore has it across for Marchessault. Now Pietrangelo's shot blocked by Sanheim, and it kicked high and out of play across the ice. Minute 45 to go in the period.
Will Carrier, a great play on the back check, hard hit on Willman. That creates the turnover, and this gets turned around for the chance by Janmark. You see reaching around, had a little pressure, hard to see as Yandel kind of pushing, didn't really hold up, did a good job not taking a penalty, just trying to run as much interference as he can on Janmark.
Janmark was never really able to break free cleanly from Yandel. Puck down and cleared off the glass by Sean Couturier. Here's Haig up ahead for Nick Waugh. Waugh with Pacioretty and Stone right now. Stone will play it back to Pietrangelo, long wrist shot. Dave Hartman outscore! Mark Pacioretty again. Goals in 5 straight games, and he's tied it at 2.
Oh, another late goal in a period. It was in the last minute of the first and the last 2 of the second. Pietrangelo to the net, and Hart kicks that rebound right to the wrong person. Max Pacioretty, his 8th of the season and his 9th game. And Dave just mentioned it's a 5-game goal streak for him. Extends his point streak to 7 games as he ties this at 2. So a little move here by DeBoer late, putting Waugh between Pacioretty and Stone. And they're able to capitalize to tie it up.
Max Pacioretty now on the 2nd longest goal scoring streak of his career as the puck goes out of play. Max with goals in 5 straight. He had a 6-game run with the Montreal Canadiens in January of 2015. But the 7-game point streak, so he has points in all 7 since coming back to the Vegas lineup.
And it's interesting, when we talked to him and said the first game, he said, "You look good." He said, "No, I felt like I was in mud." That said, he's still been able to put up the points, and a big goal here late in the second, again for the Golden Knights.
Well, late goals. Golden Knights scored with 41 seconds left in the first, and they scored with a minute and a half to go in the second. Some tough goals to give up, Shane, for a fragile Flyer team trying to end a 10-game losing streak. Janmark at center. So Pietrangelo and Stone with the assist on the Pacioretty goal, and that's points in 7 in a row for the Vegas captain as well. Dodonov on the wrist shot on the blocker save. Hart. They've got Kolasar, Dodonov, Janmark right now. Dodonov trying to flip it on net. He does. Hart holds the short side, and he'll hold the puck too as he puts the glove on it for a face-off.
Oh, good chance. Donoff's really good at that little curl. When he comes in one-on-one on a defenseman, his ability to still get a shot away. You see, just kind of drag a little shot to the blocker's side, gets his head up, shoots around the coverage, and a good save by Carter Hart. That left pad blocker. Donoff trying to really get rolling. He's kind of, he's gone through these stretches, not there, but he certainly had his chances.
Theodore off to Smith. Sent it across the slot to a cutting Pietrangelo, but it never got to him. Atkinson intercepts. Here's Provorov. Now Atkinson streaking in. He'll take it to behind the net, forced to the backboards. Nicely by Shea Theodore. Puck loose behind the net. Giroux trying to dig it out of there. Marchessault does. Pietrangelo gets it back. Ivan Provorov pinching in down the left side. The clock continuing to tick in the final 10 seconds of the period now. Braun and rotates it in behind the net. Couturier, a pretty good battle behind the net between Theodore and Atkinson continued. That'll do it for the period. It's 2-2 after 40 minutes.
Well, the Golden Knights, another big goal late. I don't know if it's been the cleanest game. You could call it a little bit of sloppy here through 40 minutes, but the Golden Knights tied here heading into the third. And
18 with Ottawa, but the influx of Pacioretty and Stone back in the lineup points in all 7 games since they've returned.
Oh, it's been impressive what they've been able to do. And, you look at how that period said it was interesting. That shot that he took off, and, normally you don't think much of it, but the way things have gone this year for the Golden Knights, it's like, sure, everybody just kind of holds their breath for a second as he heads back. And it's good that he's been able to play through it and add a goal here to tie it at 2.
So Laurent Brossoit, a little bit of a equipment issue, delaying the start of the third period. So we'll take a look at our drive to the finish, brought to you by Subaru of Las Vegas.
I think attack mode for the Golden Knights. I think they've got a lot more here. They haven't gotten to their best game yet throughout this, and through the first 40, they have a chance here in the final 20, set up, even up with the Philadelphia Flyers, and kind of got to have that attack mindset here and try and pick up another win before they get set for the last home game on Sunday before heading out on the road.
So the Flyers trying to end a 10-game losing streak. Their last win, November the 16th, against the Calgary Flames. They've gone 0-8-2 since then. Third period underway, and Braun will throw it in. Brossoit cutting it off. Laurent Brossoit playing it. He's running a personal 4-game win streak. And now Braun inside the Flyers zone, up ahead of Couturier, deflects it in the middle of the ice. Taken away by Stone. Here's Waugh. So, mentioned the adjustment Pete DeBoer made late in that second period, putting up Nick Waugh with Max Pacioretty and Mark Stone. Keegan Colasar had started the game there. If you're just joining us, no Chandler Stevenson, missing tonight's game for personal reasons. First game he has missed this season. Puck loose. Frost will run it in around the net. Haig hustling to get there against Ristolainen. Now Atkinson. Squeezed off by Carlson. Haig takes a hit from Frost to make a play to Pietrangelo. He'll lob it cross ice. Into the offensive zone. Carlson chasing down Ristolainen. Backhands it around the boards. Going off for Frost. Marchessault looking to keep it in, but Ristolainen has it now. And he'll make his way to the red line as he backhands it in. Nick Haig back to get it. Had a career-high 7 shots on goal against Dallas a couple of nights back. Smith deflects it in from long range. First one in to get it. Pressure, though, by Kevin Connaughton. Carrier keeps it alive. Here's Smith looking to feed it towards Janmark, but the pass got blocked. Janmark had a little daylight, but the puck never reached him.
Well, a couple good plays by Riley Smith. That first just rolled away from off to the side of the net.
Here's Hutton. His shot towards the net, deflected high to the back dasher. Dodonov keeps it moving to Carrier. Carrier centered it, and it's tipped wide by Dodonov. Now Dodonov with a wrist shot, missed on the short side. Willman will try to flip it out. Held in by Theodore, and lost it, and the Flyers will push to center. Willman into the zone. Van Riemsdyk's pass it in the middle of Hayes. His shot blocked to the far corner. Van Riemsdyk moving it back to the line. Good work by Amadio to lift the stick of Provorov. Amadio racing after with Braun. Braun got there a touch up in front of him. Now Brooks able to cycle it down to Amadio. And around for McNabb. And behind the net, Colasar. Holding. Out to the point for White Cloud. They'll shovel it around the wall. Amadio works his way loose, has time. His shot blocked. Well, Amadio just kind of rolled free. Set up a pretty good chance for himself.
You've really seen his confidence grow.
Golisar shot blocked wide. Now he'll move it down behind the net for Brooks. Pinned by Provorov. Stone jumps into play. They get knocked down by Brown. White Cloud snaps it around the boards. McNabb pinching in. McEwen trying to deflect it by him. Waugh hustling to keep it alive. Puck stays in the zone. McNabb to Stone out high. To Pacioretty and a save hut. The Golden Knights, great work to keep that puck alive in the offensive end. And Max Pacioretty almost gave Vegas the lead for the first time. Now Brown puts it across. Here's McEwen. Feeds it off to Brown. Penalty here on the Golden Knights. And Philly to the power play.
Now after some great pressure by Vegas, Philadelphia able to come back, and it's going to be a penalty, I believe, to Mark Stone for a hooking.
Vegas, minor penalty, 61, hooking.
So a huge penalty kill coming up for the Golden Knights. Look at the penalty, Mark Stone, right in the middle of the ice, little hook. He gets the stick right up into the hands of Patrick Brown. And here's a look at the earlier chance by Pacioretty, quick shot, and then couldn't get to that rebound. Patrick Brown applying a little pressure as he was on the back check.
Well, the Flyers to their second power play. Their first one lasted 5 seconds. They negated it. James Van Riemsdyk did by tripping up Zach Whitecloud. On the power play, looking to regain the lead. Giroux of the corner. And now Yandel sends it across for Sean Couturier. Back across the seam to Giroux. Yandel to Couturier, lets it fly, and he scores! It's the first in 15 games for Sean Couturier, and the Flyers have their third lead of the game.
Quick work by the Flyers, and it's a huge goal for Sean Couturier. He's had back-to-back 30-goal seasons a few years ago, and he's struggled this year offensively. Quick little movement. Yandel sets it up perfectly, and he puts it past the left pad. Laurent Brossoit, who kind of got caught behind the traffic in front of Van Riemsdyk. Little hesitation, wasn't able to get over to make the save, and Couturier takes advantage as the Flyers regain the lead for the third time in this game. They go up 3-2 with a power play goal, and Golden Knights penalty kill continues to struggle.
Yeah, the Golden Knights, who gave up 3 power play goals, a season high 3 against Dallas Wednesday. Here's Hutton with a chance, and a glove save, Hart! What a chance for Ben Hutton, looking for his first with Vegas, trying to tie it up right away.
Oh, great play. This is kind of the reaction you want after a goal, a good shift. And to watch the little touch pass right there by Marchessault over to Hutton. That is a great play. Touch pass and a huge save by Carter Hart with the glove.
Able to maintain the lead for Philadelphia. Here is Riley Smith. Back inside his own end for Hutton. 3-2 for the Flyers in the third. As Shea mentioned, the Golden Knights penalty kill has taken some hits over the last couple of games. Allowed 3 power play goals and 3 chances against Dallas. First time they were shorthanded tonight, we said it only lasted 5 seconds. But then the Flyers on the power play, and Sean Couturier, one of those players that the Flyers expect to put the puck in the back of the net. Hadn't scored in his previous 14, but has the go-ahead goal now.
Yeah, and taking advantage. Like I said, the Golden Knights, their only kill was that 5 seconds. It's basically been 4 straight power play goals against. And there's a look at Sean Couturier. Just 18 goals last year, but 22 the year before, and then had back-to-back 30-goal seasons prior to that. Won the Selke Trophy in 2020.
Yandel and Giroux with the assists on the goal. And Claude Giroux with that assist was ahead of Bobby Clark for the most power play points in Flyers history. 334 points for Claude Giroux on the power play in his Flyers career. There's Hayes. Broken up by Pacioretty. Up ahead it's Waugh. Coming to center. Back to Pacioretty. Down the left side. Into the middle. Pietrangelo shot. That caught the post. On the stick side of Carter Hart. Pietrangelo with a wrist shot tipped wide. Well, since the go-ahead goal by Couturier, you've had a point-blank chance for Hutton, and now Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo again. Turned away by Hart. Stone feeds it out high. Haig able to move it around to Pietrangelo. We're going to go across the middle, and Stone had his stick tied up. Haig keeps it alive to Pacioretty. Here's Waugh behind the net. Stone looking. Pietrangelo straight away with a drive and a save. Hart. As Pietrangelo with 3 good chances on this shift.
Oh, what a great chance for Alex Pietrangelo. He puts one off the iron. Jumps into play. Great pass by Pacioretty. Beats Hart. Blocker side as that puck goes off the outside of the post. Oh, good pressure by Vegas. Continued. Last shot is traffic in front. Hart able to swallow that up. No rebound allowed.
Carter Hart coming off giving up a season-high 7 goals in his last start against Colorado. That was the first game with Mike Yeo behind the bench. Back-to-back 7-goal games against for the Flyers. A 7-1 loss at home to Tampa on Sunday. That spelled the end for Alain Vigneault. Icing on the Flyers. Mike Yeo looking for his first win in 3 tries as the interim head coach of the Flyers. They have not trailed in the game tonight. Their third 1-goal lead. Face-off coming up in the Flyer end.
Good luck, everybody.
Kicks to the end board for Braun. Puck held in out high by Janmark. Now Hutton feeds it towards the net, and it ends up on the stick of Provorov. Carrier at center, and now Shea Theodore feeds it up ahead of Evgeny Dodonov. Into the offensive zone, pass out of the reach of Carrier. Theodore resets. Hutton has it, and he'll wind it in.
There's another new line that started this third. Carrier with Janmark and Dodonov. People are continuing that shuffling throughout this game of the lines.
Shea Theodore back to get it. Laurent Brossoit leaving it for him. Brossoit in back-to-back games as a goal tonight for the first time. Amadio feeds it in behind the net. Golisar cycles it back around. Brooks. Taken away though by McEwen. Pietrangelo with a steal. And he lost it. Keith Yandel gets it back. Flyers have 3 goals on 20 shots in this game. Nick Haig deep in his own territory. Flyers have struck for all 3 of their goals in the first 6 minutes of each period tonight. Golden Knights have scored a goal late in the first and late in the second. Now Amadio banks it in down the glass. The misfit line comes out for the VGK. At center ice comes Cam Atkinson and lost the puck. Frost out high. Looking. Plays it to the wall. Taken away by Smith. And the puck trickles out to neutral ice. Carlson had a stick tied up by Giroux. Ristolainen. He'll play it to the corner. Whitecloud has it now. McNabb up ahead for Marchessault. Whitecloud to center. Plays it to himself down the wing, but it's golfed out of the zone by Braun. This will be an icing call on the Flyers. 12:14 to go in the third, and now this from Knockvie Injury Law.
Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knockvie at 702-INJURED.
Icing on the Flyers, sets up an offensive zone draw, so Pete DeBoer will send out Waugh, Pacioretty, and Stone. Golden Knights control it. Pietrangelo shot blocked out high by Atkinson, and he'll clear. Give the chance for the Flyers to get a change up front now. Pietrangelo shoveling it up ahead for Nick Waugh. And to make his way down the wing, wedged out of the play by Braun. Pietrangelo comes in to pick it up though. Pacioretty out at the blue line, long wrist shot and a save made by Hart. Hayes plays it up ahead for Willman. Max Willman, his first NHL goal earlier tonight. Braun around for Ivan Provorov. And back to Justin Braun again. Lead pass to Willman. Here's Hayes. Give and go with Willman. Darting in down the wing, feeds it out in front, and a backhand turned away by Brozois as Provorov cut in from the blue line. Now Hayes taken down and a penalty here. Pacioretty dragged Hayes down to the ice. So the Flyers to the power play. They almost upped the lead to 2. Ivan Provorov turned away by Laurent Brozois.
Carter Hart here in the third, but the good news is they were well braced for this situation thanks to a stellar performance from their emergency backup goaltender at Morning Skate. Oh wait, that's our own Darren Millard. The player said he was chirping up a storm out there. Pete DeBoer gave his scouting report, said he was slow and undersized, but competitive. And most importantly, he said he was giving his shooters some confidence out there, just letting a couple by, going easy on him. So we'll see if he gave him enough confidence here to pull off another comeback here in the third period, guys.
It looks like I may have made it a little too easy on him. that's my game plan now that I'm going to spin this with.
That was an accurate scouting report. Slow, undersized. I don't know about the competitor. And then at the end, it's like, it looked like, get an oxygen tank
Ready
there.
to go to the emergency room.
We're at altitude here, you guys.
I think the 4 saves on 72 shots is a stretch.
Just give me points for participation. I want one of those ribbons. All right.
Yeah.
No, that was a thrill, and I got to give the guys credit. All the players and the coaches, they were awesome out there, and they let me have some fun and chirp back and forth with them. Riley Smith actually signed a puck and gave it back to me and said, "Congrats on the save." Not saves. It was congrats on the save, Riley
great.
Smith.
Now,
Yeah.
we've seen you, Darren, in other settings congratulate the other team when they score.
I've
which
been
is
on the
very
ice when
great,
it
right?
happens.
Good goal, good goal.
Yeah, he
Did
loves
you say that today to the Golden Knights?
No, because
Good
then
job.
I wouldn't have had time to actually go back in the net because I would have been congratulating so many people.
All right, I'll give you, not often, but I'll give you one prop. It's not easy for anybody. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't stand in there in front of those shots.
And I'll tell you this, Darren, especially at your advanced stage.
Yeah, well, somebody
Get
said
out
they
there.
knew it was me out there because they could hear my hip.
Great stuff. The Golden Knights, they need a kill here. Down by 1. Said they've allowed 4 power play goals in their last 2 games. A false start on this one, and they'll have to redrop it.
Well, their penalty kill was such a huge part in that one stretch, not only killing penalties, but they also added offense. We'll see if maybe they can get a little bit of that back here. As the first task here is make sure they kill this off and then try and get back here just down a goal.
Well, Max Pacioretty in the box. Down low, here's Konechny looking to center it. Petrangelo rips it around the boards. Now roll on edge all the way down to Carter Hart. So 11-10 to play in the third. The Flyers up 1 and up a man. Sean Couturier scored in their last power play. A drop it off to Claude Giroux. Petrangelo ahead of Van Riemsdyk. And Carlson moves it up ahead. Riley Smith with it. Golden Knights with 6 shorties this year. Tied for the league lead with Colorado. Riley Smith has 2 of the 6. McNabb will lift it down the ice. And Keith Yandle will start it out. Now Giroux. Konechny down the wing. Couturier backhands it around the boards. Giroux let it go to Van Riemsdyk. Yandle and Van Riemsdyk play catch. Yandle lets it fly out high. Went off the outside of the net. Comes out in front of Van Riemsdyk. Scores. James Van Riemsdyk. He ends an 11-game drought. And the Flyers are up 4-2.
All the guys the Flyers needed to come through have, and what a good little play by Konechny in front. He makes a great little pass to Van Riemsdyk. There's a point shot by Yandle. Konechny deflects it, and there's that little pass. It's a heads-up play in front. A smart play comes off that back wall, and he just a little shovel pass over to the side. Van Riemsdyk able to lift it over the glove hand of Brozois, and the power play comes through for the Flyers again. 2 power play goals here in the third, and they are up 4-2 with just a little over half the period remaining.
James Van Riemsdyk. Laurent Brozois with another. Is that a problem with this? The pad or the tie at the bottom of the pad? A couple of times in this game. You mentioned, Shane, you had Sean Couturier hadn't scored in 14 games. He scores on the power play early in the period. James Van Riemsdyk hadn't scored in 11, and he scores on the power play. And for the Golden Knights, their struggles on the penalty kill. I mean, it's basically 5 in a row, right? You know, the first Philly power play lasted only 5 seconds tonight, and they're down by 2 for the first time.
Well, special teams have been a factor. Their power play, and Pete DeBoer talked about it against Dallas. Their 5-on-5 game was so good last game that it overcame what the special teams couldn't do. And it's the power play and the penalty kill sucking momentum. Now the power play sucks momentum if you can't get anything going, and then the penalty kill just hasn't been able to get going. As I said, it's been pretty much 5 power play goals in a row allowed.
Well, it's the first time in 2 seasons the Golden Knights have allowed at least 2 power play goals in back-to-back games. And Vegas down by 2 now. There's Stone. He'll swing it around. Waugh in deep. Now Theodore pinching in. Trying to dance his way into the slot. Bouncing puck. Hutton keeps it in with a skate nicely. He'll lob it to the far corner. And the Golden Knights go back to work here and try to cut into this Flyer lead. Hutton to Theodore with a drive, and that's blocked in front. And Pacioretty's chance denied by Hart. Max Pacioretty in the backhand in tight. Looking to make this a little bit closer. But Carter Hart was there for the Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers trying to win a 10-game losing streak. They have not trailed in this game. Max Willman, his first career goal in the NHL. Stone and Pacioretty extending their point streaks for the VGK, but again, special teams a huge part of it. Vegas allowing 2 power play goals in the 3rd period. Flyers have scored at least 4 in all 4 of their games in Vegas all time. Of course, the Golden Knights were down 4-2 to the Stars in the 3rd period on Wednesday, and things worked out well. See if the Cardiac Kids can do it again tonight. Lead the league with their 4 comebacks or multi-goal deficits to win. Golden Knights are going to get a power play here. Pietrangelo took a stick up high. So we'll see if Vegas can get something done on the man advantage.
Well, this is the opportunity you look for. Now you got to be able to capitalize.
Philadelphia, minor penalty, number 11, high stick.
Konechny's going to head to the box for the Flyers. It was just behind the play in the corner as that puck came up the wall to Janmark. So Golden Knights power play hasn't been able to do much tonight. Looking to get things going here and try and close in this 2-goal lead.
Vegas 0 for 3 tonight on the man advantage. Here's Shea Theodore to Jonathan Marchessault. Wrist shot, missed the net. Carlson on the wing. Picked off though, and Brown will clear. Shea Theodore back to get it. Drops it back for Jonathan Marchessault. Into the Flyer zone. He'll throw it across. William Karlsson couldn't field that pass. The crowd growing a little bit more restless with the Vegas power play. Marchessault gave the puck away. And an easy clear for Sanheim.
That's where you got to be careful if frustration doesn't set in. Trying to do a little too much. Got to really simplify things. Try and have that shot mentality.
We get a power play change. Dadonov to Stone. Back to Dadonov. Here's Waugh to Pietrangelo. And around to Max Pacioretty. Extending his goal scoring streak to 5 in a row earlier tonight. Stone to Pietrangelo. And Pacioretty again. Holding it. Wrist shot. Stone on the rebound. Like a block in front by Ristolainen. There's Pietrangelo. Now Stone looking. His shot save. Hart. And the rebound swept to the corner. Pietrangelo to Pacioretty, the one-timer, and a save Hart. Ristolainen rips it up to neutral ice.
Well, some good chances there and some big saves by Carter Hart and Ristolainen.
20 seconds to go in the power play. Evgeny Dadonov centered it. That hit a skate of the crease. Pacioretty digging away. Puck goes to the side of the net. Pacioretty trying to dig it out of the pile, but it squirts free, and it's cleared by Lawton. Actually went into the bench area. Just 3 seconds left on the Vegas man advantage.
Well, Carter Hart getting some help from his defenseman, Rasmus Ristolainen, with a big save. The rebound comes out to Stone, and that just catches his pad. Stone trying to find a little room. He had the net. Hart caught on the other side, and the right pad of Ristolainen makes a stop. Bit of a rolling puck. Oh, better pressure from the Golden Knights here with just 3 seconds remaining on this Konechny penalty.
4 shots for the Golden Knights on the power play. Mark Stone wants them to drop the puck. They allow the Flyers to make a late change here.
Yeah, let's bring one of their best face-off men, Couturier, on the ice.
And he'll take it against Kolasar. So the back half of the power play for the Golden Knights. Some good opportunities. Here's Hutton looking, wrist shot, save Hart through traffic. Loose puck, Hutton again, a shot on the side, made again. Now down low, Janmark jamming away, and Hart sprawled out, able to cover it.
What a save. A couple of times, maybe the biggest on Matthias Janmark, and it has been a great performance as that shot 41 on Carter Hart. There's the first shot, and then a great play by Hutton. He gets it back to Janmark, and there's the right pad. Quick feet by Carter Hart. Watch the right pad come out, extend right up against the post, and rob Janmark. He just had to elevate that puck. He couldn't, and Carter Hart makes a great save.
Golden Knights landed the last 9 shots of the game since the Van Riemsdyk goal. Made it 4-2 for the Flyers. Our Carter Hart up to 40 saves tonight. He's come under a lot of heat in Philadelphia. Of course, kind of comes with the territory. Playing that position in Philly. Had just 9 wins all of last season. Year before, put up some good numbers. 24, 13, and 3 with a steal, a backhander here, and a save made by Brossois. A real good opportunity. Lindblom had the chance, and Brossois had to come up big.
Well, a turnover by Hutton. He tried to get back. He's trying to pass this over, and Lindblom able to cut it off. He's going to go to the net to the backhand. Big save by Brossois. See Hutton diving back to help out. Well, that's about all the Flyers have had. And said, the Golden Knights thing about this game at this point has been the penalty kills let them down on the other end. Flyers weren't going to get out of this without a goaltending strong performance, and they have gotten that from Carter Hart. He has been fantastic.
So 40 saves for Carter Hart tonight. That's a season high for him. Marchessault got hooked on the way to the net by Yandel. And Pietrangelo just missed the puck along the left side. Delayed penalty on Philadelphia. Hay moves it for Stone. Now play is stopped. So it's going to be back-to-back power plays here for the Golden Knights. Yandel got the hook in on Marchessault. Now the Flyers making life difficult on themselves.
Philadelphia, minor penalty, number 3, hooking.
Well, it was a 2-on-1, and there's Yandel's going to reach to the inside. He gets caught outside the dots, reaches in on the stick of Marchessault. Marchessault still makes the play. But for the Golden Knights, this is where they got to find a way. Given these opportunities, you got to take advantage.
Carter Hart's career high for saves is 41. He's done that twice. He's up to 40 tonight. Golden Knights are up to 5 power plays. Over their first 4. Down by 2. Pietrangelo around to Pacioretty. Down low to Donoff looking. Pacioretty again. Pietrangelo. Mark Stone holding it. Awa. Lost it. Gets it back. Stone pressured by Braun. Able to move it off to Waugh. Pietrangelo. Waugh. Now Stone trying to find himself a little bit of daylight. Plays it to Pietrangelo. A diving play by Pietrangelo to keep that puck in. Stone on the wing. Pietrangelo trying to find a lane to the net. Here's Pacioretty with a wrist shot. That's deflected wide to the corner. Waugh plays it back to the line to Pietrangelo. Max Pacioretty a couple of steps down the wall. McWaugh behind the net. Around the world it goes to Stone. Pietrangelo straight away with a drive. Missed the net. Comes off the end boards. Right to Lawton, and he'll clear it.
Well, the puck movement around the outside. At some point, you got to get a shot to the net. And the first one goes wide from Pietrangelo.
Alex Pietrangelo started out. We hit 5 minutes left in the third and 30 seconds to go on the power play for Vegas. Smith centered it over the stick of Marchessault. Theodore keeps it in. Around the Colasar that jumped over his stick. And the Flyers able to clear. Theodore, time for perhaps one final rush, but he's broken up with the blue line, and Willman will clear. So the Golden Knights unable to land a shot on the man advantage. And Marchessault rips it down the heart. He'll glove it with ease and hold on. So 4:23 left in the third, and the Golden Knights come up empty on back-to-back power plays.
Oh, that's good. Shoot that, baby. Oh my God. Ah! Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Go. Go, Kate. Oh boy.
Thanks to Jonathan Marchessault for wearing the microphone for us tonight. Vegas hoping to make a little bit more noise in the back half of this third period to force maybe overtime or another win. Nobody has more multi-goal comebacks than the Vegas Golden Knights. See what we're talking about on the post-game show when you join us on the Findlay Automotive post-game show with Derek England and Darren Elliott right after this one, guys.
All right, Darren, thanks so much. Now, the Golden Knights take a lot of pride in being able to come back, but they have talked over the last few days about playing with fire when you continue to play from behind, and down by 2 in the third period, back-to-back games. Storm back against Dallas Wednesday, but so far unable to mount a comeback against Philadelphia tonight. Travis Konechny up ice, one-on-one against Ben Hutton. A wrist shot blocked out of play by Hutton, and a whistle with 4:13 to go now in the third. So the Golden Knights, this is familiar territory for them, and looking for a little bit more late game magic tonight.
Now running out of time, and it's a great stat to have and great list to be on. Delete it, but at the same time, it's not the pattern you want to get into as a team. And so for the Golden Knights, you do this too many times, and trying to find a way with a little over 4 minutes left.
And Riemsdyk feeds it in front. A shot on from Hayes, turned away by Brossoit. And Riemsdyk and Hutton battling. Matthias Janmark digs it out. Up ahead of Michael Amadio. He'll filter it down the wing. Carrier racing in with Connaughton. Amadio. Now Carrier to Janmark. And back to the line to Haig. He'll cycle it around the net. Amadio holding, trying to thread the needle to Janmark. Tied up down low. Carrier to Hutton, and it jumped over his stick. He was open, but the puck wouldn't land for him.
I have to wonder what time here Pete DeBoer takes Brossoit to the bench and applies the extra attacker.
Still in there for now with 3:20 to go. Sanheim lobs it out. This will be an icing call, and see maybe if he comes out now. Offensive zone draw for the Golden Knights. 3:15 remaining. The VGK down by 2.
Now, important face-off here. Want to try and get possession as much as you can. It's the Carlson line on the ice.
The Golden Knights haven't landed a shot in the last 4.5 minutes, including their most recent power play. Whitecloud with a wrist shot blocked. Smith trying to dig it out of the corner. Whitecloud there too against Giroux. Marchessault battling with Sanheim. No clear possession yet. Whitecloud wedged on the play by Giroux. Whitecloud gets it again, and his wrist shot. And Hart got a piece of that. Now Haig will backhand it down the right side. Bouncing puck to Brown, and he'll clear it. Whitecloud in his own end. William Karlsson to Nick Haig. Coming through center ice. There goes Brossoit to the bench for the extra attacker. 6 skaters on for Vegas. 2.5 minutes left. Down 4-2. Shea Theodore. He'll start it up ice. Nick Waugh banks it in. And the puck cleared down and wide of the net by Konechny. Icing on the Flyers. 2:11 to go now in the third. 4-2 Philadelphia. Of course, coming up next for the Golden Knights. Be right back here to wrap up the homestand Sunday. A little bit of an earlier start. 5:30 pregame, 6 o'clock opening faceoff. Golden Knights a big win at home here earlier this year against the Wild. They'll go at it again Sunday late afternoon, early evening. Golden Knights control this draw with 6 skaters on the ice. Here's Mark Stone. And he got slashed, I think. Slashed or hooked? Slash. Another power play for Vegas. It's going to be a 6-on-4 for the Golden Knights. Sean Couturier goes off.
Philadelphia, minor penalty, 14, slashing.
Well, Mark Stone, just a little curl play, rolls up at the top of the blue line, and Couturier is going to slash right on the hands of Stone. That knocks the puck away. The right call. Now 2:01 remaining. So the Golden Knights can take advantage. They need a quick strike here, being down a pair.
Golden Knights equaling their season high with their 6th power play of the game. They went 2 for 6 in a win over Vancouver here earlier this season. Carlson, Stone, Dadonov, Pacioretty, Pietrangelo and Theodore out there on a 6-on-4 now. Pietrangelo with a wrist shot, and Hart got a good look at that. He'll squeeze tight. Philadelphia Flyers trying to end a 10-game losing streak.
Pietrangelo just getting it to the net, but it's a good face-off win. Allows us to the front. Need a little more of a screen in front. When you guys off to the side.
Here's Theodore straight away. Pietrangelo to Theodore. Pacioretty lets it fly and he scores! Max Pacioretty goes far side on Hart. The Golden Knights within 1 with 1:45 left.
Well, let's make it 9 goals in 9 games on the season for Pacioretty. He unloads this one. That pucks to the net, and they get it finally working around. They want to open up that shot by Pacioretty. It comes around. Quick one-timer, and he beats Hart to Walker's side. Good screen in front by Dadonov. You can see him jumping to get out of the way of the puck, take away the eyes of Hart. And the Golden Knights within 1.
Max Pacioretty's 2nd of the night, 9th of the season. Rozois back in the net for the time being. He'll put it off the glass to neutral ice. Pacioretty sails it in. There goes Rozois to the bench for the extra attacker. Dadonov. It's under a minute and a half to go. He'll wind it in. Carter Hart with 41 saves tonight, equaling his career high. Pietrangelo banks it down deep. Carlson to Pacioretty. Leaned on by Couturier. Dadonov plays it. Theodore backpedaling. Pietrangelo straight away. Down low to Pacioretty. Pacioretty holds, wrist shot blocked to the corner. And Dadonov hustling to keep it alive. Loose puck to Lawton, and he'll whip it well wide of the empty net. Icing on the Flyers. 55.4 to go.
I'm sure we'll see a timeout here by the Golden Knights. They may wait, but I think DeBoer's going to take it right now, and he will.
So, the Golden Knights will use the timeout.
Well, they're making it interesting, and for the Flyers, trying to climb out of this 10-game losing streak. They have not made it easy for themselves since going up 4-2. It's kind of a parade to the penalty box, killed a couple of key ones, but with a 6-on-4, the Golden Knights able to pull within 1 now, and a big face-off coming up in the Flyers' end. It's been a great night by Carter Hart. Said 41 saves on the night. Golden Knights have outshot the Flyers 44-25 at this point.
3 straight power plays for the Golden Knights after Philly scored on back-to-back power plays earlier in the period.
And the strength of our back
Mike Yeo looking for his first win as the interim head coach of the Flyers.
Now it's important here on the face-off. You're looking for a face-off win, or at least a mix. You got the extra guy out. If you can't be a clean win, at least try and tie up, get some support, get puck possession.
10th game in a row, the Golden Knights have outshot their opponent. The Flyers allow the most shots per night in the league. Off this face-off, Sanheim sends it around the boards and out. And this will be another icing. 47.9 left. Hey, Pete DeBoer wants him to double check the time.
Yeah, they're going to make sure. And you want every precious amount of time you can have on that clock.
And the officials saying they got it right, I think. Carlson and Couturier on the draw. Battle for possession. Puck to the boards. Stone digs it out. Feeds it to Pietrangelo. Here's Theodore. Straight away with a wrist shot. Blocked by Couturier. Smith looking to keep it alive. Carlson. Now Pietrangelo with 32 seconds. Puck out high for Theodore. He'll glove it. Pacioretty with 2 already tonight. Centers it. I got blocked. Couturier up the board. Smith to keep it in. Pacioretty tries the near side to Stone. Now Pietrangelo under a little bit of pressure, and the puck cleared back to neutral ice. Theodore snaps it up the middle. Picked off. Giroux dishing it back for Ristolainen. He'll bank it off the glass. All the way down. Icing. And one final offensive zone faceoff with under a second left.
Now, not much time for anything here as they're going to take a look. I think this faceoff is going to come to center ice, so that'll do it. And the Philadelphia Flyers will end their 10-game losing streak. As the Golden Knights, falling behind, but fall short on the comeback.
For the Flyers, they have not won since November the 16th against Calgary. That left them at 8-4-2 on the season. They had not won since until tonight. The 10-game losing streak is over for the Flyers. Carter Hart, terrific in net, equaling a career high with 41 saves in this game. And the Flyers get their first win under interim head coach Mike Yeo. But Carter Hart, the story, stonewalling the Golden Knights throughout, and a 4-3 win for Philadelphia. Take a look at our game changer of the night, brought to you by Comprehensive Cancer Centers.
Well, they need a good goaltending performance. They certainly got one from Carter Hart. The 23-year-old was excellent in net, some big saves, and especially early on. Didn't allow the Golden Knights to get the lead. That keeps his team in it. That keeps their confidence a little bit high. He was impressive. Maybe the biggest save there on Janmark off to the side of the net. A strong performance by Hart as he helped lead his team to a big victory. And you see getting congratulated by the veteran Yandel.
Well, the Golden Knights fall short here tonight. There's a look at Carter Hart, a word with Flyers captain Claude Giroux as the 10-game losing streak for the Flyers comes to an end. The Golden Knights have talked about this, Shane, and we've mentioned it. It's a tough way to play when you're chasing the game. And for the Golden Knights coming in against a fragile Flyer team, never did have the lead in this game, and their penalty kill was an issue once again.
It was, and it's a long season, so there's ups and downs to it. But I think for the Golden Knights, they're still trying to find that consistency where they can go on a long run. So you look at the things they need to fix. They need to find a way to get better starts, to grab the lead, to play with the lead. Special teams. Power play needs to be better. Penalty kill needs to be better. And on the side of that, it wasn't a clean game, and I don't think they had everybody on board. You need everybody to come. Some of their top guys, Pacioretty shows up. He does what he needs to do. I like the Carlson line, but they need some of those surrounding pieces to be better. I don't think they had a deep enough lineup. Everybody showing up the best they could tonight. And credit to the Flyers. At some point they're going to be able to break free. Unfortunately, happened to be tonight against the Golden Knights.
Yeah, they were able to hang in there. As we said, they took that 4-2 lead in the third. They took 3 straight penalties. The Golden Knights did score once on the power play. So the teams have met 7 times all time. They have alternated wins in all 7. They'll do it again in March, and Philly will do it again here Sunday as the homestand wraps up against the Minnesota Wild. 4-3, your final for the Flyers tonight. Send it back upstairs. Here's Darren.
All right, thank you very much, guys. We'll dissect what happened here at T-Mobile Arena, where the Philadelphia Flyers are now 3-1 over the course of their existence here in Vegas. So that's a little bit of a different twist, considering they'd lost 10 in a row overall. Darren Elliott, Darren Anklin, next on the postgame show.